If I told you that 1,000 people across the planet are generating the same face right now, would you believe me? Probably not. You would think your prompts are different. Your work is unique. But here she is. And she is in your project too. I also used this face in a paid project. So did someone else, and neither of us knew. That's not a glitch. That's a problem. I went looking for answers. Nobody has covered this. Not one creator, not one tutorial. So I dug into this to understand what's going on. I am going to show you why Nano Banana models have mathematical favorite. I'll show you when that's actually a superpower and when it might bite you. And then I will show you how to break out of it. Here's what surprised me the most. The same behavior that creates this problem, it's also the reason why this model is so incredible for production. You just have to know the difference. And I learned that difference the hard way. I loved this model. I still do. The quality is insane. The speed is also insane. I was producing faster than ever. Clients were happy. I was happy. Everything looked great. And that was the problem. It looked so good that I stopped doing what I always do. I stopped testing. I stopped comparing. I stopped asking why the outputs look the way they do. I just trusted it. I got comfortable. And comfort is the most dangerous thing that can happen to a creative person. Because when everything feels easy, you stop paying attention. And that's exactly when the work starts to look like everybody else. Not because you lost your skill, because you stopped using it. So let me show you what woke me up. I took a simple wake prompt, the kind we all use now, because this model is so good, we got lazy with how we talk to it. Something like a professional woman, a young entrepreneur, a creative director. You know where I am heading. We think we are being specific. We are not. 1,000 people are typing the same 10 phrases right now, and I ran it through Nano Banana multiple times, and it really doesn't matter which version. Different sessions, here are the results. Look at the faces. That's not 5 different women. That's the same woman 5 times. And you can for sure spot also the similarities within environment where it defaults to what is safe. Now watch what happens when I take same prompt and I will run it through Midjourney. Completely different people, different ages, different features, different everything. Midjourney rolls the dice every single time. It gives you chaos. Sometimes beautiful, sometimes a mess, but always different. Nano Banana doesn't roll the dice. It has a favorite answer. And if you don't tell it otherwise, that's the answer you are getting. Every time, whether you meant it or not. So why does this happen? Here's where it gets interesting. Most image models you have used, like Midjourney, they start from random noise, like static on TV, and they slowly shape that noise into image. Every time you run it, the noise is different, and so the image is different. That randomness is where the variety comes from, but Nano Banana works differently. It's not just image generator, it's built on top of language model. It thinks about your prompt first. It decides what the image should look like before it even starts generating pixels. And that thinking step is where problems happen. Think of it like GPS. You type restaurant. A normal model gives you 10 different routes to 10 different restaurants in the surroundings. But Nano Banana models, they give you the fastest route to the highest rated restaurant. Because it's not exploring, it's just optimizing. And when your prompt is vague, when you just say a woman, a professional, there is not enough information to send it anywhere specific. So it goes to default destination. the mathematically safest answer, the face that scored highest during training. And here's the cool visual. Imagine a bell curve of every face this model could generate. Massive models covers whole curve. The edges, the weird, the unique, unexpected. Nano Banana, however, doesn't remove edges, but it's been trained to prefer the center, the safe zone, the statistical average. And the more vague your prompt is, the harder that center pulls. Now let me tell you what happened to me. I was working on a project, generating characters, everything looked clean, professional, exactly what the client needed. I was proud of it. Then I saw someone else's work. Different project, different client, different country. And the face was the same. Not similar, same. Bone structure, proportions, the same person. That's when it hit me. I didn't create a character, I use the model's default. And so did they. Now imagine this at scale. You are running ads for a skincare brand, and your competitor is running ads for their skin brand. And you are both writing vague prompts. Because the model is so good, you think you don't need to do anything else. You both end up with the same actress. Same face in two different campaigns. Your audience sees both. And what do you think that does to your brand? You end up looking like a template. You look like you bought the same stock photo, and all that trust you built, gone. Because you got comfortable. Now here's where most people would say, so don't use it. But that is a wrong takeaway. Completely wrong. Because everything I just show you, that stickiness, that predictability, that obsession with the same face, that's not a flaw. That's a feature. You are just using it at wrong moment. Let me show you. I have a character. I like the face. I want to keep it. Now I need to change the lighting. I need different outfit. I need, different background. Watch what Nano Banana does. Same face every time. Bone structure holds. Identity holds. That's incredibly hard to do with other models. You try this in Midjourney and it will probably give you quite a different person every time you change some variable. Because it can't help itself. It's too creative. So the question isn't, is this model good or bad? The question is, did you do your job before you hit generate? Because this model doesn't cast for you. It doesn't explore for you. That's your job. You are casting director. And if you don't pick what you want, the model does that for you. So how do you fix it? 3 things. And none of them are complicated. You just have to be intentional. Number 1, stop writing lazy prompts. I know it gives you something beautiful even when you write 3 words. That's a trap. If you don't want a default face, don't give it a default prompt. Describe the age, the skin texture, the bone structure, lighting directions, the lens. The more data you give it, the further from center it has to go. Because you are not prompting, you are like casting. Number 2, if you work in a pipeline, notes, API, anything beyond chat window, stop asking for a face. Give it one. Use a reference image, use face injection tools, use whatever gets real pixel data into generative process. Because when you supply the face, the model cannot default. It has to work with what you gave it. You took casting decision away from the model and gave it back to yourself. Number 3, know when to use what. Need to explore, need inspiration, need to see 20 different characters before you pick one. Use a model built for chaos. Midjourney, Flux, whatever gives you range. Found your character, and then when you need to produce, when you need consistency across 50 images, that's when Nano Banana becomes your best friend, really. Explore with one, produce with other. Stop asking one tool to do both the jobs. I started this video by telling you that I almost used default face in a paid project. And honestly, I'm glad it happened, because it reminded me of something I keep telling other people, but almost forgot myself. The tools are going to keep getting faster, better, easier, more comfortable, and that comfort is going to keep tempting you to skip the thinking, testing, understanding. Because why would you dig deeper if the output already looks amazing? I'll tell you why. Because amazing and unique are not the same thing. And the moment you stop directing, you start defaulting. Not just in this model, in everything. AI doesn't replace the person behind it. It amplifies whatever you can bring on the table. If you can bring intention, you get something that nobody else can make. If you bring nothing, you get default face, same as everyone else. So bring something. That's it. That's the whole video.